of fountains, we see the arrival of new continental ideas to England. The French brought big buildings and bold ideas about design. This was the beginning of a new age in the history of English art.
Eight more families unlock each other's lives.
We hope you enjoy your week in our home.
And discover what money can.
Swimming pool.
It's a friendly.
And can't buy.
I never knew how big a problem money is to some families out there.
The new series of Rich House Poor House starts 19th of October on Channel 5.
The night sky is going to be filled with shooting stars in Puffin Rock, kicking off Milkshake at 6 o'clock after Wildlife SOS.
One of Britain's busiest wildlife rescue and rehabilitation centres is at Leatherhead in Surrey. Simon Cowell leads the team of volunteers.
At Wildlife Aid, during the course of a year, we see many different types of British wildlife. We receive a lot of patients brought in to us by members of the public, but we are often called out to rescue animals from all sorts of situations in the wild. In this week's episode, we'll see how I was given the runaround by a sparrowhawk. We'll also see some ducklings that we rescued reunited with their injured mother. And we'll see a deer in terrible shock after being hit by a car. But first, let's see what happened when George was called out to rescue a heron trapped in some netting covering a fish pond.
How deep is this? Going to be deep, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to get very wet, aren't I? Don't know, without really doing a lot of damage to the netting. Well, our only, because he's tangled up well and truly in that netting. The only way is going to be over the top, I'm afraid, and some of that netting is going to get ripped. Trying to unravel this net so that I can get in without doing too much damage to the netting. It's about time I had my yearly bath anyway. Right then. He's going in.
My bacon sandwich.
Oh, bloody hell. That's cold.
You put your wetsuit on.
Maybe. Whew, took my breath away there. Come on, matey, I'm here to help you. All right. All right. Yeah, all right, sweetheart. I think I'm going to have to cut some of this away. You wouldn't have a pair of scissors, would you?
Yeah.
If you could, please. He's well entangled in it. He's been here for quite a while, and you can actually see, as he struggled even more, he's just got more and more entangled in it.
Well, he was bouncing around 9 o'clock time, and I suppose he must have been in there since some time after.
Right. Do you want to?
Will you be lucky, do you think?
Hope so. All right, I'll get it.
All right.
Yeah.
So he gets his feet in the pots, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Where?
The noise this heron was making was out of anger, not pain. George had to have firm hold of its neck, not only to steady the bird, but to avoid being pecked by the very sharp beak. Although this heron had no serious wounds, one wing was very red and raw, and so George decided to take it back to the centre. Wherever possible, we try to release the animals immediately after rescue, but where there is some doubt, we take the patients back to the centre for a thorough check-up and possible treatment.
What do we think of that then?
Very wet and getting very uncomfortable now and very cold.
George, still very wet and barefoot, takes the heron into our treatment room where Susan is on duty to perform an examination.
I did get it. Yeah, I wasn't going to let go once I did get him. He was really quite badly tangled up. I had to actually cut the netting away. All right. Okay. I got you.
That was nice of you.
Yeah.
Right, so we're underneath wings and whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, right, oh, crikey.
Yeah, he was in there quite a while.
Really settle down. Okay.
Well, he said he rang a local vet and he couldn't get out till later. He then tried the RSPCA and they were no help.
Well, I think it's just going to be a case of a few days antibiotics so there's no infection and corticosteroid to help the inflammation.
I don't know how hungry he is because, I mean, there was a fair few fish in there, whether he's taken a few of
There
them out.
were there?
Oh, no, they still
Koi
were.
carp.
They were huge, they were like submarines, they were.
Okie dokie, mate. Good boy.
Yep. Got him.
Which is claws on it. Right. You right walking all this ground?
Yeah, I'm used to it by now. This isn't the first time it's happened now, is it? He's a bit angry, really.
Half of our work involves the rehabilitation of our patients to prepare them for their release back into the wild.
Settle in here, George. I don't know. He might.
We have a range of specialised pens and enclosures which help us keep the animal-human contact to a minimum. This is essential for successful rehabilitation.
Good face. And he'll settle in there and hopefully eat something. So we'll leave him and look at him later on, I think.
Okay.
Done all we can for now, really, to be honest.
Better get to the nearest tumble dryer then and
Yeah.
try and get out of these wet clothes.
This was another occasion when our volunteers got soaking wet. There were some very young ducklings without their mother on a local pond. The mother had a broken leg and the RSPCA had taken her to a vet. This left us the task of rescuing her babies. Ducklings at this age need their mother to provide waterproofing and body heat. If they had been left on the pond overnight, they would certainly have died.
They would have got pneumonia.
These ducklings were placed into a suitably heated incubator where they can be carefully monitored and looked after. From March onwards, our intensive care unit is extremely busy, caring for a great variety of different animals. For example, baby rabbits, fox cubs, mice, and even this tiny 2-day-old squirrel.
It's a squirrel.
This is a baby hedgehog. It's about a week old. And it came into us on Sunday. And we're giving it a mixture of goat's milk and colostrum every 2 hours.
Young animals come to us for a variety of reasons, and at this time of year, orphans make up a large percentage of our intake. Orphan mammals with eyes shut may be endearing, but to some poor unsuspecting helper at the centre, this would mean some sleepless nights, as 2-hourly feeding is vital day and night until the eyes open. For this little hog, it would be 5-star treatment all the way.
It's 10:30 on a Monday night. We just had a call from the RSPCA asking us to attend a chap's house near Banstead. Apparently there's a fox cub that's actually got entwined in his tennis net. Hopefully it'll be a case of just taking him out and releasing him there and then. Yeah, little one. Lovely condition.
This fox cub looked as if it were about 4 months old. But even at this age, foxes, when handled by man, can inflict a very nasty bite.
Try it there somewhere first. Yeah.
This little chap seemed to know that Malcolm and Lee were there to help him, so he didn't put up a lot of fight and let them get on with the job of cutting him free.
Very, very tight around the hind.
When the cub had been struggling to escape, the net had pulled incredibly tightly around its abdomen.
There you go. Yeah, it's that bit.
If this cub had been left overnight, it would almost certainly have struggled until some serious damage was done.
No.
Oh, it's actually right round.
Yeah, it's right round the waist.
I thought it was just on his leg.
I got that bit off.
It was fortunate you found him when you did.
Yeah.
Keep his head up. He's wetting himself at the moment. That might be just the release of the breath. God, look how small that is. That was right round the fox's waist. Incredible, look at that. It's only, what, 2.5 inches diameter there.
Malcolm checked that the fox's hind limbs were both okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It hasn't actually cut into him at all, which is quite fortunate, I suppose, isn't it? It's a bit sore in his dingle, isn't it? Eh? You're one lucky foxy. Beautiful cub. You can go back and find Mum. Consider yourself a lucky little fox. There you go. Well done. Look at that. That's beautiful, yeah.
Just had a call from Valerie.
We received a call in the middle of one afternoon from a member of the public who had just seen a deer hit by a passing car. It is unusual to find deer anywhere near busy roads during the day, and the people who stopped to assist were extremely concerned about its condition.
We're off to investigate, see what we can find.
There it is.
What happened?
No, the chap's here.
This deer was in a very bad way, so speed was of the essence. In cases of such severe shock and possible internal damage, we must act quickly. He needed to be taken back to the centre immediately. To prevent deer causing themselves and us injury in transit, we lightly tie the legs together, and wrapping the animal in a blanket tends to calm them. Roe deer are particularly susceptible to shock and can quite often die from it. This particular animal's desperately shallow and rapid breathing suggested that it may not have long to live. The journey back to the centre was an anxious time for George and the helpers. George arrived back at the centre with the deer which had been hit by a car.
Yeah.
At Wildlife Aid, we have a treatment room for the initial examination of incoming patients, and Christine, our senior supervisor, was on duty.
Oh, he did? Oh, yeah.
The deer's condition had deteriorated, and Christine's first actions were to try to reverse the shock. To do this, she administered a large dose of corticosteroid.
Got it. You let go? It's got skin like a high, great. Tough thing.
Christine also started fluid therapy by means of a drip. This is another way of treating shock.
Move it.
With all our patients, accurate records are kept from the time they are admitted. and one of the first things we do where possible is to take the animal's temperature.
An orifice. $104.1.
All that we could do for the time being was to give this deer warmth, rest and quiet. We have a number of specialised deer sheds fitted with closed-circuit television that allow us to monitor the patient without having to disturb it. For this deer, the next 24 hours would be critical. But sadly, things didn't look too hopeful.
However big the challenge,
Got one out, but I cannot get the second one out. There's a head there, isn't there?
however great the danger, outdoors or indoors, great or small, the Yorkshire vet loves them all. New series starts Tuesday at 8 on Channel 5.
It never ceases to amaze me where our call-outs come from. A car body repair shop is an unusual place for a sparrowhawk to end up. Not only was the place noisy, but there were a lot of people toing and froing constantly. However, it is possible that this bird was chasing a quarry, such as a mouse or another bird, and before it knew where it was, it found itself in these unfamiliar surroundings. It was my job to get it back out again.
What you doing then, hey? What you doing up there? What you doing up there? Good boy.
The chances of catching this bird were not great, so the best option would be to get it to fly out of the large open door.
See if we can persuade it that he doesn't want to be here. Look, there's the door, you great idiot.
This sparrowhawk must have been getting hungry by now, so for his sake he needed to go. But also, if he was still there at night, he would play havoc with the burglar alarms.
Move. Right, typical. Yes, he is. You could be doing this for hours, you realise this, don't you? The idea is to fly him until he gets a bit tired, and it's going to be easier to catch him up enough to get him back to the centre. Fatten him up a bit. It's going to be somewhat of a nightmare.
I was having no success with one net, so if all else fails, why not try two?
We're going to get you, bird. You're not being at all helpful. Really like him stuck in a corner somewhere would make life much easier. Ow!
By this time, I was getting extremely hot, frustrated, and very tired.
He's past all joke. I'm absolutely shot. Can't even see for the sweat. Right, it's the last time, otherwise he's here for the night. Say what you think, God. I haven't even got the strength to swear. He doesn't want to know at the moment. He might stand a small chance if we get lucky and quick. Oh, he's more tired than me or him. Ordinarily, I'd have let this bird go straight back out into the wild, but we've tired him out so much,
by trying to catch him, but I'd rather him have a captured meal back at the centre before we actually let him go back to the wild again. So I hope I don't let him go now. It's the biggest runaround I've ever had. Any of our rescues, I think. Well, little fellow, I think you deserve a medal for evading captivity so well. I'll damage his tail. Still got a bit of strength left. No, I really don't want to be pet now. I'm too tired. You can let go of the net for me. He's actually quite tame, which worries me. I mean, making this noise means he's imprinted. So. Right, let's get him back down and put him in a cage in the car. Well, because we've tired him out so much trying to catch him, and I want to give him a load of food tonight so he's really full up. Right. So and then we'll release him tomorrow morning.
It had taken a long time to catch this bird, and it was nearly dark when I got back to the centre with him.
This is one of the most stubborn sparrowhawks in Surrey. Anyway, we'll take him up to Hacking House so he can have some good feed. Maybe not tonight now, but certainly tomorrow morning. Then if he's looking okay tomorrow morning, we can let it go straight away. I'll give you a night's rest. Bed and breakfast, no extra charge. Here we are. Get you some chicks out so you've got a ready-made dinner. Ready-made. No. Here we are. Look, nice dinner. Nice dinner. Here we are. You gonna come out? Hey? Come out. It's flying beautifully.
Despite his afternoon's experience, he seemed in good condition, and so providing he ate a good meal in the morning, he should be able to be released.
I was fast asleep, sudden. I just... Oh, I'm yawning.
Here I am holding Chippy, a young orphan grey squirrel who managed to steal all of our hearts.
Chippy, he's our resident squirrel. And he's come out for his daily exercise.
Chippy was brought in by a member of the public, and an initial examination suggested that he had possible brain damage. Protocols at the centre are strict, and any patient must be able to be returned to the wild. However, grey squirrels are an exception and by law cannot be released as they are classed as vermin. But we did not have the heart to put this totally endearing chap to sleep, so providing he developed satisfactorily, we knew we could give him a safe and secure home.
Right, this is the mother of these ducks.
You may remember the ducklings we saw earlier in the episode. Well, here, they're being joined by their mother. The vet she was taken to by the RSPCA had not had the time to fix her leg, so she was returned to us so that she could be with her young, and hopefully our vet would operate as soon as possible. Mum and babies back together is always the best result. The mother duck still had to undergo the trauma of the operation to her leg, but for the moment we wanted to make the best of the situation by letting her spend time with her ducklings.
Okay, if you want to get the lid off the babies, we'll put Mum next to them. Oh, look, it's your babies. It's your babies. Yeah. I just want to make sure she'll be all right with them, and so that they know that is Mum.
The mother quite clearly accepts them back and assumes her protective role by pecking at intrusive hands.
Well, they all know that's Mum.
In next week's episode, we will see the outcome of the mother duck's operation.
We've got a
We will also see the progress of the deer that had been hit by a car and the release of the heron that had been trapped in the pond netting.
From those who had it all.
And what was the trigger for giving up science? It was too political for me.
To the ones inspiring the next generation.
I came out 10 years ago to help Dad by the end of the summer. I fell in love with it.
Join Ben Fogle for the new series, New Lives in the Wild. Coming soon to Channel 5.
Milkshakers, and welcome to your Friday morning milkshake with me, Sita. We're going to have a fantastic morning. We've got Poppycat coming your way and Simon, but first up, here's Puffin Rock with a sky full of shooting stars.
A world of imagination, magic, and lots of adventures. Milkshake brought to you by Barbie Dreamtopia.
Come and play.
It's the middle of the night on Puffin Rock, so our puffins would be fast asleep.
Stars!
Or wide awake, and very excited. What is going on?
Oh, I can't wait! The whole island is going to be watching the big meteor shower. All those shooting stars flying across the sky.
Of course, it's August, so it must be the Perseid meteor shower. Meteors, or shooting stars as they're often called, are streaks of light made when rocks from space enter the Earth's atmosphere. During a meteor shower, you can see lots of them. It's an amazing starry show.
Stars, stars, stars! Come on, Baba. We have to pick up me, Mossy, and the Hoots, and then meet Bernie and Silky at the sand dunes. We don't want to miss it.
That's right. It could start at any moment.
Stars, stars, stars!
You go on, Una. We'll be right behind you with Baba.
If you can catch him, Papa.
Okay.
The hedgehogs are already heading to see the show. Better get a move on, Una.
May! Here I am! Are you ready to go? Ready? I've been ready for ages. Imagine the big meteor shower. I know! I can't wait! The whole island is going to be watching it. Come on, we have to pick up Mossy and the Hoots, and then meet Bernie and Silky at the sand dunes. Yes! Stars.
Oops. Watch where you're going, Baba. You really will be seeing stars from bumping your head.
Baba.
Mossy, Otto, where are you?
Oh, hello. There's the Hoots.
We're all ready, Una.
Where's Mossy?
Hello? I could do some help here. What is that? Food, of course. We might be waiting ages for the meteor shower, so I thought I'd bring a little snack.
Or a very big snack.
Well, we'll fly ahead and find us a good spot in the sand dunes to make sure we have a good view of the big meteor shower.
Great! Thanks, Otto. The whole island will be watching. We'll meet you there. Stars.
No, not a shooting star, Baba. Otto, Pip and Pop. They're heading to the sand dunes, which is where you should be going if you want to see the show.
Come on, Baba. Nearly there now. We don't want to miss it.
Yay!
yes, I've seen many a meteor shower in my time. The best one was when I was a little nipper. Una, May, take a seat and keep your eyes on the skies for those shooting stars.
Where's Mossy?
Oh, he had to pick up some extra food on the way.
Whoa! I'm okay.